What's up everybody, this is little Wren and I'm bringing you probably another nerd politics, and this one is going to be about coloring your skin and cosplaying. So I've ranted about this before on Facebook and other social media sites, and the general consensus does come back around to whatever you want to do to make your cosplays come to life, whatever you want to do to make to feel like you are that character. I think you should do it. I think that you should own it, and I think that you should be as wonderful and beautiful as you can be with the costume that you create or buy and the makeup that you do and all that. But again, I really think that you need to own it, and I've come to the realization that I think a lot of cosplayers who are coloring their skin to look like other actual like human skin colors, and I'm just gonna say it, coloring your lighter skin black or brown, or lightening your skin to be more pale. You see more of the former than the latter, but I think a lot of them are really trying really hard to be as close to that character as possible, and it's always going to start this uproar of people who are going to yell blackface and racism at you, and I don't think that that's necessary. I think that blackface is something that is a farce and happened a long time ago and still happens today, but you can see the intent behind it. I don't think a lot of cosplayers are out getting that, they don't have that intent. And a lot of people in the online community, who some of them are very vocal and very known, and some of them hide behind their screen names on social media sites, are really tearing these cosplayers apart and making them really afraid to do anything else. So what I'm saying is, if you're going to do that, you need to own up to it. The latest occurrence of this happening is with a cosplayer who did a very awesome garnet cosplay. I saw it as I was scrolling through Facebook, and I saw the thumbnail, and I didn't know her race. I just saw amazing shoulder pads, perfectly done afro, and really cool glasses. I went to click on it, and DeviantArt no longer had the link available. So I would highly doubt that DeviantArt would block something, so she must have taken the picture down. And I'm sure it's because a lot of people were yelling blackface at her and saying that she was racist or she didn't have any idea what she was doing and she was dumb and a terrible person. Now, this isn't the first time this has happened. There was a Michonne cosplayer who just, within the last few years had the exact same thing happen. There have been other cosplayers who are, a lot of it really is Michonne cosplayers, but people are trying to reenact and bring to life their favorite characters, and if they are light-skinned and they are black characters, same as happened with Storm cosplayers. I don't see as many of those, but tanning your skin very dark and coloring your skin to be the right color. If you're gonna do it, then just do it. But don't be afraid. But if you're gonna do it, then just do it. But know that people are going to call you out for it, and you need to be ready for that attention. I was given another example of, while not really cosplay related somehow, of another person who a while ago had done a GoFundMe so she can get her breasts enlarged. Lucky girl. And while that was initially something really good for her, people were definitely donating to it, a lot of people were calling her out, probably calling her really bad names, and I think that's really ridiculous, to the point where she apologized and she took down her GoFundMe page. Hopefully she took the money and actually did what she needed to do with it. However, that's an attention grabbing thing. People cosplay, people get augmentation, people do their makeup, people do these things to get attention. Of course now, as I've mentioned before in other videos about, if you're dressing scantily clad, or if you're cosplaying a certain character or dressing a certain way, you're gonna draw bad attention. And while a lot of people in any community, whether it's cosplay or modeling, they might come from a place where they're a little socially awkward, or they're not mature enough and they might not understand, but you need to look at past incidents and make sure that you are prepared for what could happen to you if this happens. If you're gonna lighten your skin, lighten your skin. Do that cosplay, take your pictures, and enjoy that. Enjoy the fact that you brought that character to life. Share it with your friends if you need to. Share it online if you dare, but understand that people online do not like you, and some ones that really don't like you are going to tell you, and they're going to call you out. They're going to spread it onto places like Reddit and Facebook, and they're going to probably say some not nice things about you. So please be ready for that attention. It's unfortunately going to happen. So I guess my biggest issue is with people coloring their skin is just being prepared for what could happen afterwards. Yes, we've talked about, people do green and blue, and I've seriously done white paint for my skin to be the demon from Death Note, and I've done black paint for my skin to be a Drow. And I didn't receive any terrible situations doing either of them. I did scare a little child, and I did have probably a lot of black people at DragCon who were wondering what the heck I was doing as a Drow, but nobody seemed offended and it didn't cause a huge uproar. So bottom line is, little Wren is never gonna scream blackface at a person. I'm not gonna scream racism because there are tons of situations in our world, in our community, where those things are very real and they happen with ill intent. And when I see a cosplayer doing certain things, I know that your heart is probably in the right place, but other people's are not. So just please be wary of that. I can't say that enough. Enjoy cosplaying. It's turned into something since it started probably back in the 70s when D&D started to now. It's turned into this big popularity contest and people are always pointing fingers and getting jealous, and you know, that's just what it is right now. And you know, I dawdle in and out of it and it's super fun to do and it's super rewarding. And everybody needs to just understand that there are people who are out there who don't like you and who want to bring you down and who are jealous of what you can do. And don't let that get to you, please. I know this is a long rant and you know, it's probably way too late to be talking about that, and who knows, the next person who tries to color their skin black or brown or Asian colored peach or something like, or does a geisha and gets yelled at, who knows if that could be another situation. But own up to it. Own up to those cosplays that you're able to make from scratch, purchase with your own money, put the makeup on yourself, have your best friend spend hours body painting you and adding the glitter and adding the shading and doing all that because you made that character come to life and it made you happy. Somebody else might be trying to do something very similar and aren't sure and could need to see you do that, could need to see that happen and be successful. And again, we're just a society that's gonna be offended, and if someone's gonna be offended, then let them be offended. I guarantee the sun will come up tomorrow and they'll be fine and they'll find somebody else that they can yell at behind their profile picture on Reddit, Tumblr, or whatever. So if you guys ever need to talk about stuff like this, you know what you have to do. Comment down below. Find me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You know, you can, I'm sure, our email somewhere if you ever have some situation you just want us to talk about or talk to you about. Let me know. I'm open to it. Seriously, I love you guys. I think the cosplay community is super awesome. I want to do more. I want to see more done. And, you know, I love it. I want this to be a community, not something where people just yell at each other through the internet. So let us know how you guys feel. Love to see from all points of view your opinions. Again, comment down below. Hit me up, tell me what you guys think. This is Little Wren, and I will talk to you guys later.